friends, it's Kara here with Kinsley's Creative Palette, and I am jumping on today. I am so stinking excited, guys. So next week, on April the 20th, we are reopening the virtual paint party for new members, and I wanted to jump on today to kind of talk to you about that and paint something. So we are painting a porch leaner attachment. And if you have been with me in the past, oh, let me grab these two. I have painted several of them live, and so we are just going to paint another one. So this is one that we did, the sweet little turkey, and I put Velcro on mine and just stick them right to my porch leaner. And if when I say porch leaner you don't know what I'm talking about, leave me a message and I will send you a link to the blog post that shows you when I made the porch leaner so you can make your own. Okay, so here's the turkey, and then I also have this really cute little Easter bunny that we just took down. And for Valentine's Day, I have a cute little heart. So today, and I've painted one of these in the past, but I couldn't find the video, so I thought I would repaint it because this one, if you don't know, it's pineapple, obviously, but if you don't know, I'm from the South, and a pineapple is a sign of hospitality. So when all else fails, I can put a pineapple in my door and it can stay on year round, which makes me super happy because sometimes I forget to change my door hanger. I have like a million of them, but sometimes life gets busy and I don't actually swap them out. So a pineapple is always a good choice. So I grabbed, this one's a little bit bigger. I do parties in the studio for kids, and their signs are usually about the size of a sheet of paper. And so I grabbed one of those to paint on because it was a little bit bigger and I could show you easier. But this is the size that I use on my porch leaner. You can see my Velcro back here. So I just pop those on and off, and I will put, you know what, I'm going to put these here so that y'all can see them while I'm painting. So you can kind of just see what I'm talking about. Okay, I think that's good. All right, so I'm just going to grab some paint. If you're new to watching me, I love these carts with all these drawers. I pull out one of the drawers so that I can keep all of my paint bottles upside down, ready to squirt out right here at my fingertips. This is great if you are a mobile creative person, meaning you use your dining room table and you want to be able to like hide all your craft supplies. Guys, I just stack them all up. I can even put stuff on top and then roll it into my closet when I need to. So I'm going to grab some paint for my pineapple. I have all this paint, but I also have a bucket of more like fall colors. And I'm thinking it's gold. I'm probably going to need this antique gold. Okay, so the one that I did in the past, I used white, green, more avocado or bright. I think I'll do that bright green again. And then I've got yellows, need brown. Is that good? Yeah, let's do that brown. And then I'm going to use my Posca pens. So if you are not familiar with those, they are like the Cadillac of paint markers. They are in my Amazon affiliate store. And I use my white and black on almost every project that I do. We recently, I don't have it right here, but we recently painted a bicycle with tulips in our virtual membership, and these came super in handy to do all of the accent work. So we will be using those. You can see here I accented with my white and my black. Okay, so let's get started. I guess I should put my apron on. Oh, put my apron on. I always forget that, and then I get paint all over my clothes, and then I'm like, why do all my clothes have paint on them? Maybe because you forget to wear the apron that's sitting on your chair. Okay, so we are going to start with our base coats, and what I like to do is I like to work from the back to the front. So I put all of the background work. So on this, I'm going to do green, and I'm going to do antique gold or yellow. You can mix the two until you get it what color you want. And then we're going to let that dry, and then we're going to do all of the fun stuff on top. And I'm going to show you how to get these lines. Okay, so let's start with the antique gold. And I have over here just an egg carton, and I reuse mine several times before I throw them away, just because I don't know, frugal like that. Doesn't make any sense to use a brand new one if the old one works. So I'm going to grab a paintbrush, which, right, there's one. Yes, Megan, it is getting so long. Do you see that? So, my friend Megan's on. Hello, I miss y'all. I am like, guys, I'm all about, you know, social distancing, but I miss my friends. I really do miss my friends like crazy. I wish we could like go grab Mexican food and talk about life, but unfortunately we can't. So I am just painting this background, this King's Gold, and it's about the same color as the other was, so that'll be good. Good morning. So y'all let me know what you're doing, because I'm dying for some social interaction. Let me know what's going on in y'all's crazy neck of the woods. Over here, my kids are, I downloaded Facebook Messenger app for them, like the Messenger Kids. Am I selling cutouts? Yes. Will you message me? I can't see all, Tamara, I can't see all of your comments, but I can answer whenever I jump off. But yes, I do have cutouts. I have quite a few actually in stock. So I miss my customers so much. I've kind of not opened the studio much in the last year just because of a lot of reasons, and man, I miss everybody so much. Okay, I left, that's not very smart. My kiddos had gotten paint on the end of this colored pencil, and I left it in water and it split. It's the craziest thing. It's like you can see the whole inside. Okay, I'm going to get that off of this brush, and I'm going to grab this brush again. I'm going to use my microfiber towel so I can go right back to reusing it, and I'm going to go straight into my brown paint, or no, my green. Okay. And Tamara, I do have some, well, they wouldn't have the hands. I was gonna say, I do have some gnomes in stock which are reversible. Like, you can paint them so they just say like welcome or something, or holding a pineapple, or they could be for a season. Okay, so green next. Good morning, Miss Mary. This paint is covering really well. The gold color that I used was a Deco Art Antique Gold. Another gold that I really like, and I can't remember if it's a Deco Art color or if it's an apple barrel, but it's King's Gold. Okay, so this green is not covering nearly as well. So guys, when your paint is not covering well, you want to add white to your base coat. So my background coat of this, I'm going to add just a touch of white and mix it up. You can mix it with the back of a paintbrush so that your bristles don't get all yucky. And when I do that, I usually take a smaller one, just mix that up. And honestly, that the amount of white that I use doesn't really change the color much. It's just going to help it coat the first coat. So let me dip back into here, get that all over my bristles. There we go. And now it's covering better. This way I don't have to do like 12 coats of one color before I can move on. And I don't know if you noticed, but depending on the type of wood that you're painting, sometimes your brush strokes matter. So I was going like this, and it wasn't getting into all those cracks. So I turned my brush the other way to get into those cracks. Sometimes it doesn't matter, especially if you're using MDF, which is super smooth, but some wood, it does matter. And remember, friends, if you are painting a cutout that you cut yourself with a jigsaw or scroll saw, you do want to wrap the paint around those edges to give them an extra coat of sealer, because that's the place that the moisture gets in the most. All right, so I've got that part done. We're gonna do one more coat of this gold color, and I'm gonna try to find a different brush so that I can use that other brush in just a minute. If any of my friends are on and they want, they're local, good morning, Mona. If they're local and they want to purchase blanks, I do porch pickup, so you can save on the shipping. And if I have them in stock, I can do porch pickup. If not, I order them from another vendor, so you'd have to pay shipping. So if you want something in particular, message me and I can tell you what I have in stock. Okay, so I told y'all in the beginning, if you were on, that I will be reopening the virtual paint party on Monday, and I wanted to go through, we have some new stuff. So over the last year or so, my focus has been more on the virtual paint party versus the in-studio stuff, because, long story, but I had to take my sign down, and so I lost a lot of business when that happened. And so I've kind of moved toward the virtual stuff. And friends, I don't know if you know my story or not, but I love helping other women learn that they have these hidden skills that they didn't even know that they had. They get excited, like their faces light up. I would see it in the studio all the time. And so whenever my studio business began to decline because of marketing, I wanted to find a way to still be able to help women learn how to do this so that they can have that self-confidence. And so I already had an online platform, but I wasn't really using it. Basically, friends and family from as many times as I've moved would paint with me every month, and I would just record a video and send them a blank. And so I was using it for that, but I wasn't really marketing it. So I decided to go all in with that. And over the last year, I've made tons of changes. We've got so much more coming up. And in, let me think, February, I believe it was, I actually hired a VA to kind of help me, because being a creative, I tend to be all over the place. And I wanted to be able to make progress quicker. So we have awesome stuff coming up. If you're currently in the virtual paint party, there is a whole new section that is going to be all of these different videos, whether they're bow techniques or painting techniques or sanding or cutting or whatever it is. They're all going to be in one place for you. And then we have the members vault, which has like 2.5 years worth of videos that we've done in the past. So you can do old projects, and the only thing you have to purchase is the template. But members get 50% off all templates, all digital templates. So basically, there's a whole vault of projects that you can do for an additional $2.50 each. Like, it's awesome. So if you wanted to paint, 5 projects one month, it's going to cost you an extra $12.50 to do all 5 extra projects. And the digital membership is under 20 bucks. So we try to keep that very affordable. But we do have another component that we are adding to the virtual paint party, and that starts tomorrow. So my current members will get their first hand lettering lesson tomorrow. And when I say that, we're not going like, this membership isn't going to just turn into a hand lettering membership. We're just going to do some basics so that you can practice at home and gain your skills so that you are more confident in lettering on your door hangers. So that starts tomorrow. So by no, Mona, don't be so intimidated. You know, the part of the fun of it is learning and growing and looking back over like where you started and where you are now. And that's what it always amazes me when I look back at my paintings. Guys, I didn't pick up a paintbrush until the end of it was 2016. It was like the very end of 2016. And I'm not the best painter, but you know what? I love it. And it relaxes me and it gives me this creative, what would you call it? A creative escape for especially times like this when, you know, life is stressful. There's a lot going on, and sometimes you need to just be able to have something that is for you, that helps you ground yourself and get back to being the best version of yourself that you can. Like when I come in here and I paint and I like check out, when I walk out, I'm such a better mother and wife and daughter and all the things. Just, you know what, Vicki? Just jump in and do it. But I was going to go through, there is an infographic that we posted, and it's at the top of the page, but I was going to go through some of the different perks to the virtual paint party. Obviously, every month you get a door hanger project in the template. So either the mailed door hanger if you purchase that membership, or you get the template where you can cut it yourself, which that's what most of my members do. And it's only $19 to do that membership with us, and you get access to the vault, so you can do all the other projects by just purchasing the template for $2.50. So there's that, but there's also that new monthly lettering project that we're going to do, and that will start Thursday. So that will be the third week of the month. We'll be doing a second project in the membership. Up until this point, it's just been one project a month, and then we've done kind of bonuses here and there. And guys, the ladies that are in there, they are amazing. Like, they're so sweet, and they're so loving, and they're so kind. And my membership is not super focused on let's build a business. I do have a business coaching group, but that's not what my membership is for. My membership is more for people who want to have fun and have that creative release, and they need that creative release in their life. So we have a great membership with great women. Another thing is, guys, this is going to be super fun. When for the last couple of years, I've had people ask, can we all just get together? And obviously, because it's the virtual paint party, most people are not in the same place as I am. But I have a studio next door that is the perfect location for a get-together. And so we decided that in 2021, we are going to do a members retreat. And anyone who is in the virtual paint party gets a ticket to the members retreat. You would just have to pay for your, hotel and travel and food and all of that. But what it would be is you come in on a Friday night, we meet and have dinner. And then Saturday, we do 2 projects together. Low key, we'll do one in the morning time, one in the afternoon. And then we go to dinner again, because to me, you bond over food the best, and I love to eat. So we go to dinner, and then everybody can go home on Sunday. You have time to travel on Sunday. So I'm super excited about that. Depending on how many people end up enrolling, because you will, even though you get a free ticket, you will have to pre-register. And the way it's going to work, so that we make sure that if you reserve a ticket, that you actually show up, is there will be a small deposit that you'll put down, and then as soon as you get here, that will be given back to you in cash. So you won't have to wait for your money to be refunded or anything like that. I will just be giving you cash back for your refundable deposit. So that's how we'll kind of make sure that we don't have too many people sign up and then nobody shows up, because depending on the amount of people, I'll have to change locations. So anyway, that's how that'll work. I hope everybody's okay with that. The next thing is, like I said a few minutes ago, all members get 50% off all of my digital products, all of my templates, and my lettering templates, and my door hanger templates. So at any point you get 50% off of all of that. We've always had, well, for the last, I guess, since September, we've had one monthly contest where you submit projects that you've done that were Kinsley's Creative Palette projects, and your name goes into a drawing. And at the end of the month, I draw a winner for a prize. And last month, guys, because all the stores are closed, I couldn't like go hand pick what I wanted. I had to jump on Amazon and just order a bunch of stuff to send to the winner. And so it was really awesome. She got a pack of tracing paper, like a tracing paper pad. She got a pack of Sharpies, nice pencils, the Ticonderoga, and a pack of erasers to help her with our lettering stuff that's coming up on Thursday. So super excited. So we are adding another contest. So the other contest will be for anyone who is recognized as a top fan, like a top contributor. Facebook shows me that. So whoever gets in that bucket each month will win a chance to win a prize. So we'll have two contests going, one for submitted projects and one for interaction. So 2 prizes every month, and I'm so excited. I announced those prizes, or not prizes, I announced those winners the second week of the month. So the first week of the month we do our new lettering, or our new door hanger project. The second week we announce prizes and we talk about what's coming up. The third week of the month we'll be doing our lettering project, and then the fourth week is just so you can get caught up, interact, and have fun. The Members Vault, I told you, has over 2 years worth of projects in it, and this is the last time that I'm opening the virtual paint party that you have access to the Members Vault immediately. Moving forward, we're going to be switching to a new system, and there will be a delay, either 3 or 6 months, I'm not sure yet. At that point, it would be your 3 or 6 month mark when you would get access, but if you join with me next week, you get access immediately. So you can do all of those projects for $2.50. The last thing that I wanted to tell you that we are adding is a quick start series. Basically, I walk you through picking out your wood, picking out your blade, picking out your jigsaw, picking out your paint, picking out your brushes, like all of the things that you need to get started. Because before, I just assumed that most people watched, live a few times beforehand, and I'm realizing from the questions I'm getting that that's not the case. So there will be a quick start video series where I walk you through all the stuff that you need, help you to build some confidence and get excited, and then send you out to make your first project. So that is on the Facebook header. You can reread some of that, but all of that is going to be included in the $19 a month membership. This is great for kids too, because with all of our templates, we also have a smaller size. So if you have responsible kids and you trust them around a jigsaw, you could totally let them get involved. Okay, so we are dry now that our pineapple is dry. If you just joined, this is what we're creating. So we've gotten this far, and I say I'm dry. I'm not dry on the edges. That's okay. I'll just wipe that off. Okay, so now I'm going to grab my ruler, and I'm going to just use my ruler, and I'm going to paint right along the line, but you need a stiff paintbrush. I'm going to use, whoops. Okay, I'm going to use it's a small stiff paintbrush, and I'm going to set this here. I'm going to dip it in my paint, and I'm going to go right along this edge. I'm going to get it on the ruler and on the board. So I'm just going to go over it a few times until it's all the way solid. All right, and I'm going to lift it up. Now, this is very important. if you have a paper towel, that's the best thing to use, but I'm going to use my microfiber towel. I'm wiping off that edge and getting all that paint, because what happens is if I pick that up and then I move it, I'm going to smudge all that paint right onto my board, and I'm not going to have these good crisp lines. Okay, so now I'm going to move about an inch away, and I'm going to do the same thing, keeping with that same angle. And it doesn't have to be perfect. So if you make a line and it's not all the way perfect, it's okay. We're not looking for perfection. We're looking for hand painted and fun and relaxing. All right, so there's my second one. Lift up. We're gonna move to the next. We're gonna dip and paint. I do have, if some of you are, oh, I don't think it says a number. Maybe it does. Let's see. It's a number 2. Number 2, I never look at the numbers, but this is a number 2, and it's a pretty stiff brush end, so it doesn't, the bristles don't fly away a lot. I do have some more of the porch leaner attachments, like the sets, in stock. If anyone is wanting those, they are, it's $75 for the set, and I think it comes with like 11 or 13, and then there's a download that you can purchase that is the letters, so that you can trace them right onto your board and make your own porch leaner at home. And then you can just swap it out for all the seasons. So if you're interested in that and you can't find that link on my website, let me know. I only have a limited number of those, though. I purchased, I don't know, 15 or so sets, and I don't know how many I have left. And a handful. I can hear my kids in there. So I'm just going to keep going. Just lift straight up when you use the ruler. And we're going to do this again. If your paint was not all the way dry, like my green, the ruler can take some of that paint off, so you may just touch that up. All right, this needs to be dry before we do the next part, which we're just going to basically flip it and we're going to draw our lines the other way. So to make a big enough angle, I think I need to angle it a little bit more. Yep. You can play with the angle. Remember, it doesn't need to be perfect. And if some of your lines get a little bit thick, that's okay. I'll show you how far we've gone. So this is where we're at, and this is what we're creating. Okay? See, it's gonna all come together. It's still pretty wet though. I'm gonna have to let that dry for a second. Y'all let me know what you're doing today. Nobody's told me yet. Are y'all just hanging out like the rest of us? This is almost dry, but it needs another coat of green. I'll go ahead and add that while we wait on our brown to dry. And I don't think I told y'all this, but this is sour apple green that we're using. So we use sour apple, King's Gold, or antique gold, and then I use burnt umber as my brown. And the only other color we're going to use is either a white or a cream. If you have kind of a cream, like an off-white color, that would be ideal. This is called warm white. But if you don't, you can just mix a little bit of white with a tiny, 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 tiny drop of your burnt umber to achieve that same. I miss you too, Alicia. I'm ready for all this virus stuff to go away so we can be friends again. I say that. Obviously, we're still friends. Just in-person friends again. There you go. That's what I meant. All right. So while this last coat of green dries, we will finish up this bottom part, and then we'll be able to add our accents to the other. Okay, so let me grab this. And I'm going to get some of that wet paint off that was just a little bit too thick so we can keep going. Now, if you do this and you still had a little bit of wet paint on the other line and you cover it up, just make sure you get that off of your ruler before you move on. So I'll have to wipe my whole ruler this time. Does anyone want me to remake a porch leaner next week? I need queso too. I need queso too. Friends, if y'all have been following for a couple weeks, you know that my dryer died. So, funny story, this weekend, I got up Saturday morning and I used the quick wash function, which kind of freaks me out because I want my clothes to be really clean. So to me, quick wash is like only when you're absolutely desperate. But I did 3 quick wash cycles, and I threw all of the loads into my car and drove to the laundromat, which that in and of itself freaks me out. But I thought, you know, I bet the dryer temperatures would kill the coronavirus, but I'm not sure about the washers. So that's why I went ahead. My washer still worked, so I went ahead and used it. Guys, $3 later, $1 per dryer, and 24 minutes later, I was on my way home with all of my dried laundry. Beverly, you made one in the fall? That's awesome. So you would like for me to do another one? In case somebody missed it or you want to watch again. But anyway, it was funny because I had all my stuff done in like half the time, or not even half, less than half the time. But my dryer is coming tomorrow, and guys, I could not be more excited. It's really funny, the stuff that you get excited about when you're old. I'm excited about having a dryer again. Okay, so I'm going to do this last little line, and it's not going to be very big, but I do want to kind of grab, because I don't want it to just not be finished. When I do a pattern, I like for it to go all the way across my board so that it almost looks like I laid a stencil over it. Okay, so my ruler is clean again. I'm going to put it up. Now, in order to go from this to this, we need to add the accents. So we are going to go, and it's just on one side. So I'm going to go from the left toward the right, and I'm just going to dip my brush in paint, and I'm going to make just little strokes to do just like that on this side. Okay, so right now I'm working on all the lefts. Hello, Joanna and Terry and Beverly. So I'm just going to paint, and I'm just using little brush strokes, random. They need to have kind of rough edges, so you don't want to smooth. Hang it upside down. Joanna, you did not just do that. Oh my stars, you cracked me up. So you want it to have that almost like a fuzzy look on the end. You see that? How it's not finished on those, it just looks rough. So to do that, it's almost like you dry brush the tips. So this shouldn't take very long. You can even go darker color paint if you wanted to. But make sure you hit all of the left sides. We're going to do that all the way across. Then we're going to come back and we're going to do the right sides with a Warm white. Joanne, you cracked me up. So I have to know, have any of y'all ever used a ruler when you're trying to do lines like this? Was it easier than you thought it would be? I use a ruler or a yardstick whenever I do my faux wood finish as well, so that I can keep my lines for my wooden planks straight. Joanna, how are your kids holding up with no social interaction? Mine are playing together a lot just because they have each other. You know, that's one of the things I feel sorry for kids that are only children right now, because at least kids with siblings have playmates every day. But I guess if you already homeschooled and your kiddo was a single child, it would not be much different. But I'm guessing for the ones who go to school, I'm just thinking mine are going crazy not having their friends. But I think I tell them all the time, at least you have each other. Having siblings, like, they fight like crazy, so that can backfire. Don't forget, Thursday we will be live. We are painting a watermelon, and I'm certain my son is going to paint acrylic, and Kinsley and I will probably do watercolor again. Okay, this is, see, we're getting there. So now, to give it that extra oomph, I'm going to wash this brush. A little bit more right there. Guys, when you're painting, it's always a good idea to, like, step back and look at your painting. Like, me looking at it over there, it looks different than right up close. So, like, there's a few places I might want to add a little bit. But what I like to do is just kind of step back and, oh, yep, that looks good, or no, I need more here. So let me wash that brush. I'm going to get some warm white. And remember, if you don't have warm white or an off-white, you can just mix a tiny drop, and when I say tiny, I mean super tiny, drop of your brown with white. Alright, so now I'm just going to go on this other side, and I'm going to add a little bit. You know, Joanna, it's funny, I'm surprised, I saw Jared Coleman popped on here earlier. I'm surprised that she didn't say it first. I love the way this looks. Y'all see that? It just almost adds a like 3D effect. Now, it would speed up the process to make this. You could paint this super fast if you had a blow dryer. I have one, but I don't really like to use it during lives because it's so loud. But if you're painting a bunch of these, or like you're doing all of your attachments, if you're painting them all at once, it would be a good thing to have on your paint table. I keep an old blow dryer with all my paint stuff so that I don't have to run get one out of my bathroom. almost done. And then we're gonna do the accents up here because it's dry. Okay, so there's that. All right, friends, look, I want to show you how similar. Look. Now, obviously, this is my door hanger or my porch leaner size, but now I want to take my white and black Posca pens. And I'm going to prime them real quick, make sure that the paint's draining out. That one's good. Do this one. Yep. Okay, and now I'm just going to just randomly outline the leaves here, or spikes, whatever you want to call these things. Okay, I'm going to bring one more of these down. All right, now I'm going to do the white. And friends, I like to tell y'all, if you over accent, you can always go back and paint over it and accent again. So don't be afraid to accent, because it's just paint and you can paint over it. Try really hard though to not get your Posca pen, your white on the black, because it'll mess up the tip of your pen. All right, there we go. Look. Isn't that exciting? It's so fun when you can paint them over and over and over again. So if you paint one for yourself and your friend comes over and says, oh my gosh, that's so cute, surprise them for their birthday and make them one and slap it on their door. I think that's all I have for you guys today. So thank you for joining me. But next week I'll be live just about every day. We have a fun week planned. So I hope that you'll join me and invite your friends. And you can sprinkle the love. This video, just kind of, put it all over Facebook so your friends can have a little creative outlet too while they're in quarantine. Bye friends. Have a good one.